Sing my voice. I'm going to try to talk as loud as I can. Y'all hear the music playing too?
No.
You just hear me? Okay. All right. So welcome everyone to my parents' 50th anniversary party. Their anniversary is next weekend, but I want to thank you all for being here. And Ben's going to do the real speech. And I was not going to talk, but then I decided that there's just a few things I do want to say. And I don't really get nervous in front of adults, but I think because it's more emotional, it's a little harder. So I'm going to try to hold myself together. And I do have a few notes, but I'm going to try to just talk from my heart. There's two things that came to mind as I was thinking about what we are celebrating tonight, and mine's more general than his. His is a little bit more personal about them, but there's two things. One thing is friendship. When I was thinking about this party and all the people that were coming, I was thinking about all the friends that were going to be here for my parents tonight, and it brings a lot of joy to know how many people were going to come out. And I feel like the Lord gives us friends sometimes for seasons of lives, and sometimes it's for a lifelong, for our life. And so as I look around the room, like I've thought about the different people, when he told me some of the people that were coming, I was thinking about some of those friendships and what they are to my parents. And for some of y'all, it's been ever since they met. We have people here that are from back in 1975-ish, so we have people who are still friends to this day, and what a blessing that is. But we have church friends, we have work friends, we have all different kinds of friends, and some of those friends have been for seasons, and but I think the main thing I want to say is that in life, we are blessed to have one real true friend. But I see many, many friends in here that have been a joy to my parents, and I do want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I know that it means a lot to them, and I also want to thank you, and this is where it gets a little emotional. I want to thank all the friends in here that have done things for my parents. I've seen people in here that have built ramps, a ramp at my parents' house whenever my mom had her stroke. I've seen friends in here who have been through some sicknesses, and they were good to my dad whenever, I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit emotional, so I'm getting jumbled up, but there are some people here that my dad was good to, and then whenever my dad lost his job, he was able to get a job for one of those people that are here. I've seen friends here that have wrote cards and phone calls and things whenever my mom was sick with cancer, and then now that she's had her stroke, friends that have been faithful through the years, and so I'm grateful for that. And for family that are also friends that are here, and they came from far and near, like some of you are from Ohio, some of you are from right down the road, and so thank you for being the friend that you are. So now the other part that I wanted to talk about, not just friendship, but is about marriage. And so in marriage, I think, we have the ups and downs of life. I think we would all agree that sometimes they are mountaintop experiences, and sometimes they are deep, dark valleys. And my parents have had that. And I wrote a few things because I don't want to miss the things that I wanted to say. I have to use glasses because I'm getting older. So my parents have had amazing careers. Some of the ups that they've had, they've traveled the world, they've had children and grandchildren, and now this event tonight is a celebration of their 50th anniversary, 50 years of being married. And so there's been a lot of smiles and laughter and things that have happened in those 50 years that are amazing and good things. And so we're grateful for those mountaintop experiences. But there's also been valleys in their marriage, and I think anybody in here who's been married would agree that we all have valleys. We have those low times and dark times that we go through. And they've had that also. They've had financial hardships, they've had health issues, they've had relocation where they've moved and they had no one, and they had to make new friends and new, make all these new things for their life. My mom has been through battled cancer and then this stroke. And so those are valleys, and very, very deep, dark valleys, especially this last one. But what I want to say with that is that even though this has been a dark valley for them, it has also been amazing in their marriage. They have chosen to make this valley and this dark place into an amazing mountaintop experience. I think that they would agree with that. Like, there's a lot of people, when you go through valleys in life, especially in marriage, it tells who you really are, and it tells how much you love that person. And that defines who you are in that moment in your marriage. And so what I want to say is, like, I think a lot of people would go through what my parents have gone through in the last few years, and they would maybe give up or be sad all the time or depressed. But I really feel like they've chosen to make this a mountaintop thing for their life and for their marriage. My dad in recent days has said he is more in love with her than he has ever been, because they have chosen joy in the valley of this time of their life. And so it's been a blessing for me to see how that has panned out in their life. And so what I wanted to say tonight is, first of all, thank you, friends and family, for being here, because I know that it means the world to them. But also, like, I hope that it's an encouragement to all to see that no matter through the ups and downs,